What's up, everyone? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, Nvidia, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to talk about some very important levels to watch for and how things are looking in my personal opinion. Let me just mention that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. And the offer ends very soon, in just about 10 hours from now. Anyways, for SPY, we're testing 551 as resistance. We'll have to see if SPY can break this to push into the 552s. As of right now, it's holding up very, very nicely, but watch this resistance. Now, let me just mention that at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the interest rate hike decision coming out from the Fed. The Fed will most likely keep rates the same where they currently are, so I'm not really expecting anything too crazy from that. But what's going to matter is what we get from the economic rate hike projections or rate cut projections, at least for the end of the year. So that's going to also be coming out. That might cause some volatility. And then finally, at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we also have the Fed press conference when Jerome Powell starts opening his mouth. That's going to also cause a lot more volatility. The market's very excited, trying to break out right now. We're looking very bullish, at least thus far. I'll have to be watching some very, very key levels. So on the 4-hour SPY is looking quite good. When we pull up the daily time frame, I just want to call out this gap. We have this gap over here all the way up towards about 553.7. We'll have to see if we go all the way up there to fill that gap or not. We'll see if we break past 552 to 552.5. I do think we're going to fill this gap. If not, then we could come short. So we'll see how it ends up reacting to 552. As of right now, SPY is continuing to push. It's looking a little bit more bullish, or quite more bullish for the time being. But remember, whether or not this continues depends on the Fed. So you always want to be open-minded. We'll see how things go. But as of right now, we're continuing to push. Now, what else is important is that SPX also has, or ES also has this gap above, and a very, very important imbalance to fill up here around the 55.80 area. We're in the 55.60s, so we could get closer to that if we end up breaking through them and we end up holding above these key levels. So 55.65 breaks, we could get closer to 55.80s. We'll see if that ends up being the case. There's definitely some more upside potential. But going back to SPX, I was about to talk about this. We have this gap over here as well. I'm noticing that we have this big gap. We're starting to fill this gap. We're actually almost halfway through with filling it. If we keep pushing, we'll be looking for 55.55 basically. So, 4 5s. We could be pushing all the way up there if we end up breaking past 55.30. So we'll see if we break that resistance. This is, kind of tough right now on SPX, but I'm seeing potential in this. It might start pushing, trying to fill this gap as long as things go swell. If not, if Jerome Powell gives us the rug pull, we have another gap to fill down here. So be open-minded and just know that as of right now, we're favoring upside and we're pushing up quite nicely. Nvidia is up 11% for a very, very nice looking bounce. We called out 112, and instead of 112 breaks, look for 116. That's where we happen to be. So we called this move on Nvidia. It's doing a pretty good job thus far at holding up. We'll have to see if we can try to break this resistance right over here. On the 1 hour time frame, we have this 116 to 117 area. 117 happens to be where our 200 EMA is. So we'll see if we break through that or not. If we do break that, we're going to be pushing for 120 on Nvidia. If not, we're going to be making a move right back down. So we'll be watching to see. We are favoring upside for 116, if not this 200 EMA up here. So Nvidia is still looking a bit more bullish. For Bitcoin, we came very close to our target. We're still going to likely try to test 66,600. We're kind of consolidating, so we'll have to give this some time just to see how we end up reacting. For others out there, we have Tesla holding up nicely. We had a possible head and shoulders, but now we're trying to invalidate this. There's no guarantee it's going to play out quite yet. If Tesla ends up breaking 235, it remains very, very bullish. If not, the head and shoulders is still technically a possibility, but it's looking less probable. We'll just have to wait and see. We have this tough resistance at this 200 EMA, this 232 area. Tesla was trying to break in. It's been struggling to hold above this. So we'll just have to wait and see. If we close above this for at least, I would say, 2 hours, then Tesla would be in a much, much better place. But we'd want to be watching and try to break past 235 now to turn even more bullish. Watch support at 229 and 227. Tesla's been shuffling for the past 2 hours. We did push a bit in the morning, but we'll just have to see how things progress from here. But overall, there is more upside potential for Tesla if we break 232. Now, the QQQ is looking more bullish. We broke past 466, pushing all the way up towards 470. If that breaks, we'll be looking for 472 as our next target. So far, so good from the QQQ. For Apple's looking more bullish. We actually broke past 220. We have 223 as the resistance area. If we continue to push, I'll be looking for basically the 224s as our next targets. If we end up losing 221.76, we'll be dipping back down. But this is favoring upside a bit more into the 224s. So that looks more probable to me. I favor that a lot more in my personal opinion. For others out there, we also have the IWM Russell 2000. We're still shuffling right here within this range between 222 and 224. Might continue to do so, but I do see potential for us trying to push up towards 224 plus. It's been range bound, but there is a little bit more upside potential. Notice that for Coinbase, we're holding very nicely above our EMA, the 230 area. We'll be looking to see a push for 234. It might get closer to it. We'll see how it goes. I do want to warn you, however, that we still have this head and shoulders like structure that could lead to downside later on. But right now, it's trying to counter trend, and I think that 234 is looking very, very probable. For Amazon, we broke past our key resistance at this 186 area. We're going to be watching 188 as resistance. If that breaks, look for 190. Look at key support at 185. This is still favoring upside. Meta is also favoring the upside, trying to bounce, trying to push back up towards our 200 EMA. So I think that 476 is likely coming. Microsoft is also trying to break towards 420, but we haven't been able to crack that quite yet. We're looking pretty good, but I want to see if we can break that just for confirmation. So far, so good from it. Google has been trying to uptrend. Make sure you look at support at 172 and resistance near 176. Might dip to 172 and then try to rebound, but it's still kind of shuffling. There's a slight uptrend, so it's looking pretty good in my personal opinion as well. So right now, market is pushing. We're seeing SPY trying to break. We'll see how high this goes. As of right now, it's favoring bulls, and we'll have to see what ends up developing as time goes on. As fun as it is to be very bullish, guys, yes, the market's bullish for now. Right now, we're looking bullish, but there's no guarantee this is going to last. So you want to be very careful when it comes to risk management and such. I'm saying that because you never know what's going to happen with the Fed. They could be very, very capricious, very unpredictable, very, very insane, at least for the markets. So the best thing to do is just be very patient and give the market the time it needs. So just as a reminder, at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, 11 o'clock is going to be Pacific time for me. 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please correct me for that. 2 o'clock p.m. is when we have a very, very big move coming out from the Fed. We'll see what the interest rate hike decision leads to. So far, it's looking like it's going to favor interesting volatility. So get ready for that. I'll try my best to upload another video right before just to give you guys a warning about that. And then we'll have to see how things go. Right now, SPY is breaking out, so let's all hope for the best and remain calm, cool, and collected. And then don't forget for Tesla, we're still testing this 200 EMA. It's going to be very, very key, at least for this moving forward. So we'll see how things go. So that being said, the market is continuing to push. It's holding it very, very nicely, and we'll see how things go. Once again, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's going to be interesting volatility. Get ready, do what you have to do, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. I'll be back hopefully within 2 hours just to give you guys one more warning about the data. So until the time comes, I'll see you guys very, very soon. I just hope for the best for everyone. Thank you for listening, and peace out.